hold it
Go,
up. Hold it up.
go, go.
Go, go.
It's not. Oh.
The first thing I did, it was a really intense scene, you know, it's when Mickey comes to my house and Darren came up to me and said, you know, we're not even going to, you're not going to say hi to Mickey, we're not going to rehearse, just walk out the door, we're going to shoot it. And I said, okay. I said, thank God I know my lines. And we just went in and did it. And I like working like that. You know, things happen by mistake and they end up being incredible and just great little jewels that you captured on film. And so there was a lot of improv, you know, but I was warned that you might never know what's coming at you.
No, there's two things. There's two
well,
beats.
Oh, she says, what do you want? What do you want from me?
Is it like, fuck you, what do you want from me?
No, she says, you're such an asshole.
Yeah.
And then she kind of says, what do you want? What do you want from me?
You're such an asshole. There's a pause. What do you want from me?
She said, yes, basically.
You're such an asshole.
And then she starts to walk.
And she said,
what do you want from me?
It's asshole, and what do you want from me?
Yeah.
Hey, Stephanie. How you doing?
What do you want?
I have to talk to you.
I can't talk right now.
No, I really need to talk to you.
I gotta go to school.
You going to school?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Listen, something happened. I had a heart attack. And I just thought I should tell you.
You're such an asshole.
You have to feel safe to be able to go to those places. So usually my best takes are the first ones where I'm just fresh and I let everything out. And Darren pushes you in the right way. And I appreciate when directors, you know, push me to my limit and, you know, will push me till I have nothing left. And actually for the first time on this film, the best takes were usually, the last ones where Darren will come up to you and say, just forget everything, just do it. And that's what I love, you know, I don't want to rehearse it over and over because it gets stale. I like it to just be, you know, real, and that's what he captures so well, so.
I got a lot of stuff in my head, and I went out and had some drinks, and then I had a few more, and then I had a few more, and I just spaced.
You know what? That's fucking tough shit!
Why do I do this to you? Why do I always do this to you?
You do it to me because you're a fuck up! You are a living, breathing fuck up!
You get the estranged daughter, and then you get the stripper. Superficially, those are sort of cliched elements, but the reality is that having met with and talked to enough of these guys, most of them have estranged daughters. Most of them have broken relationships with just because they've always put their careers first. Very few of them have happy, stable family lives, and a lot of them really, really love going to strip clubs. So the decision to have the two main relationships we see in the movie for him are the stripper and the estranged daughter. Often things become cliches because they're actually true, and that is actually true. These guys, they show up a few hours before a match, they got a few hours to kill, they're hungry, they go to the strip club, hit the buffet, and get a few lap dances.
Brings back memories of Montreal, huh? I know, it really does. She had to walk this line about the real world and the fantasy world. Basically, her character was a mentor to Mickey's character, someone who was aware that there was a line between, you know, what was happening in the real world and the fake world. And she really kind of did it in a very, almost like a drunken tightrope walker, and because she didn't know which way she was going to fall, and I think that made the performance dynamic. She was a stripper. There was no way to escape it because, wrestlers, when they're done with their matches in real life, that's what they do. They go to the strip club to spend their money. But B, the similarities between how a stripper works with her body and how a wrestler works with his body are very similar. They're both up on stage. They both create a fantasy for the audience. They both have fake names. Age is their great enemy. And so the parallels were really interesting.
Mickey is all those things I just said. He's kind, he's compassionate, he's warm, he wears his heart on his sleeve, he's a friend, and he's a sympathetic guy, but he's still Mickey. You know, he's still very strong-willed, he's still very determined, he's still very opinionated, and he's not the kind of guy that's going to back down. So, you know, and that's part of what you respect and like about him. He's passionate in his convictions, and when he knows that he wants something, or he knows that he doesn't want something, or someone wrongs him or something like that, he's gonna stand up for what he wants. He's gonna stand up for what he believes in, and you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know.
Hi, this is Stephanie. You know what to do.
Hey, it's me. I know you don't want to hear my voice, and I swear to God, I'll never call you again. I'm just so tired of breaking your heart and letting you down and not keeping my promises to you. It won't ever happen again. I love you so much, Stephanie, and you've given me so many chances I don't deserve. You know what? I just deserve to be alone. You just know that your daddy loves you. Okay.
As difficult as it was at times, I think he always believed in it. And I think that's what kept him around and kept him hungry and kept him passionate about the material. And I think he always believed in Darren, and I think he always believed in what Darren was getting out of him, you know, as far as the performance goes. You know, and yeah, there were a lot of grumblings on set, and there were hard days. I mean, look, we're shooting in the dead of winter in the middle of Jersey, and, you know, we don't even have, you know, production trailers, you know what I mean? I mean, you were there. I mean, it was as bare bone, and it's, you know, 0 degrees outside, and, you know, Mickey's on take number 12, and he thinks he nailed it on take number 4, and there's many of those difficult moments we had on set. I think we had a lot of fun moments on set.
Good, check the gate. What you got?
Mickey's, you know, Mickey's tough. You know, he's no walk in the park, and I think, you know, to make him really do his work, you got to really push him. You know, he's like one of those guys in high school who completely coasted through and got B's and did absolutely no work, you know, because he's so, in Mickey's case, so talented that he doesn't need to do the work. He can put his feet up on the desk and just sort of coast through his roles. And I think, but because he is so talented, if you kind of push him or inspire him or challenge him, the work just gets richer and richer the more you do that.
Here we go. One more. Just like that. Okay, here we go. You got it? You got it. Okay, you got it. Pull it together. Here, breath. And action. Go. 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 You got it. You got it. Whoa. Breath. Breath.
For our final contest, and ladies and gentlemen, this contest will be decided under ultra-violent rules.
Camera follows Mickey out behind him. There's a second camera hiding behind there. We follow Mickey around, all the way around, and the second camera, as we're over here, sneaks around to back and gets into the ring and hides over here. We take Mickey around the ring, say hello to his fans all the way. This camera comes over to the corner here and lets him go up. And then that camera picks him up. Maurice jumps down. We have him walk around and eventually sit down with Dylan. We practice with Dylan. And then we cut into, we get low and we find a cut point there for the first slap. When Mickey first became the Ram was when we did the CZW entrance and he came out. I was backstage and in front of that crowd, that crazy, Philly crowd, my heart was racing so bad. I had no idea what they were going to do. And Mickey just came out, the crowd went crazy and he just transformed into the Ram. The entire film's handheld, and I kind of call it a proactive documentary style. Instead of like a reactive documentary, like a real documentary where you react to something, we knew what the character was going to do, so we were a little bit ahead of them, Yet, with Mickey, you never really fully know what he's going to do, and you have to be ready to roll with that. But, we knew basically his intention, so we were able to sort of kind of tango and dance with him.
What's the plan? What do you want to do tonight?
I can do anything you need me to, sir. I don't look good, but I feel good.
What are you doing right now?
I'm putting staples in Necro's head.
I was on a Mac, on a MacBook Pro with a FireWire drive and a monitor and some grilled fish and a desk, and that's it. No help.
That was it?
No love.
Come on.
Plenty of love. Nothing but love. Yeah, we cut it on Media Composer on Avid. On a laptop, they provided us with software that we needed, and we cut it in HD, and it was great. It was all we needed.
How did you do this with so little money?
Well, in pre-production, at one point we robbed a bank. Do it with a little money. It's a group effort. I mean, it starts with the director being on board with a program for. Oh, this is so boring. I'm boring myself.
Well, that was quick.
You can make any movie for any amount of money. I mean, that's the easy answer. And we had to devise a plan that would work with the money we had, and we devised one and we stuck to it.
I've had a few different wrestling names in my brief 10-year career, and right now the one that seems to be paying the bills is Necro Butcher.
How did you get started in wrestling?
In wrestling?
Yeah.
By accident. I'm exchanging emails with real wrestlers, and they said I should come up and try out with them. Now, they just wanted to beat me up and take my money, and I even knew that. But I said, you know what, it'll be cool. Like, I'll go up there and they'll kick the shit out of me and take my $500, and I'll have some memories of when I got in the ring and they hit me and slapped me and kicked me and bit me and gouged me and pulled my arms and legs all different kind of crazy ways for 2 or 3 hours. And at the end of the day, they said, are you coming back next week, Dylan? Yeah, man, it's lucky break after lucky break, like what I'm doing right now. Like, I just stumble into some shit. I have never, ever